I'm live. I'm live. Let's go over to YouTube so I can see things the way everybody else sees things. There it is. Hot dog. And away we go. We're gonna put it on live chat, even though it's just me. And we're just gonna start. Okay. So I want these little pictures right here. So I'll put this magazine over here. We'll put these on the floor for a little bit later. Oh, and maybe these up here, except for the ones with the D in it. I don't know. Let's see what we can get. But we're going to go ahead and use the trimmer for this. And why not? That's for me to process later. Because I just found out we're making our own dinners tonight. So it saves some energy for dinner. And this is the 2004 Landscape Annual of the Outdoor Magazine. So yay. Should have some good pictures in here. So we got a little strip right there. And let's grab a couple off here. I also think I want the word the best. We're just going to go at it a little bit here. Trimming it down, making it easier to handle. I always buy photography magazines when I see them at the thrift store. Because they always have good images. Even the ads often have good images. Depending on what the ad is for. So we don't want the words. So we just want the little tiny images. And we will throw the rest away. So we don't need those pieces. I spent most of the day cutting up stuff. I've been working on some inchy bases from Jelly Prints. Jelly Prints. Oh, I need it over here. Dear. Okay, that's 3. Then we've got our little ones, which I think I can do just with the, getting up a little collection of little stuff here. I did miss just a smidge right here. There we go. So we'll put these over here. These are tiny, tiny pictures. And I assume that there are larger ones of these inside the magazine. But you know, with side choices, sometimes we can't have it all. So there we go, little bitty pictures. I need to get another pencil holder case thingy, like I keep my creepy words in for the small images. And I just want the words "the best" off this. I think that's going to get it right there. There we go. And then I'll just cut the, oops, trying to throw it on the ground. And I'm going to trim under here just a little bit. It was a little bit wonky. So I've got a little bit extra under here. There we go. Perfect. All right. And we don't need that. Okay, now I am keeping this just because you got the bicycle and it's a beachy thing. But we're going to cut it down a little bit. We'll actually cut a little bit of the sand off. And then we'll cut a little bit of the sky off because we can't really cut anything else off here. And we don't want it to be too ginormous. Big images I'll put back here in another pile. So let's see what we got going on. I have to get the paper to turn. Oh, there we go. A couple of, oh, look at the rainbow in that picture. That's nice. Some more little ones over here. A long landscape, small one here. Some nice choices. So let's start cutting some stuff out. There we go. And we're going to cut this way because we're going to need a second cut here. So yeah, I always try and pick up the photography magazines if I can find them. Don't find them real often, but if we do find them at the thrift store, a lot of times we find, several issues all at once. Like maybe somebody donates them once every 6 months or whatever. And then I want this picture here as well. Got a little pile of trash going. So I hope everybody's start to their week has been awesome. And that if it hasn't, that it gets better. I had a decent day yesterday. I was a little crabby. Sometimes I get a little crabby. Not really any reason. But I got a lot of sorting done, so that was good. And I got a little bit of new stuff listed in the store and bagged up. That one's got a little rainbow in it. Little rainbow. Oh, I'm not live on my own live. So, I appear to be in here by myself. I guess I've missed enough or been late to enough Tuesdays that nobody wants to be here, which is okay. Maybe some will watch later. I got to harvest anyway. I'm working on various things. So I want the images regardless of whether anybody's in here or not. These are tiny ones. I'm going to need to get myself a little pair of tweezers for crafting. To make myself a tiny little glue book. Like I had when I first started Scraps of Joy. It's a thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of all those tiny scraps. Okay. We can work on this bigger image. Love water scenes. Don't know what it is about them. I just really enjoy them. All right. Nice little collection going on over here. And then we'll throw this trash away, of course. Okay, do we want these little... Oh, it's whales with blowholes. Well, yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we can get out of here. I don't think that's over quite far enough. There we go. Film and digital. We have the best of both worlds, I guess. Okay. And then we'll have to cut the other image down separately because it's on a smaller screen. Nice. It's like it's a digitally enhanced, the whale's doing their blowhole thing. Hey, Janie. Oh, cool. Thank you. I have something to show that came from Michelle, who was in Friday night's live. It came yesterday. I'll wait till maybe there's a few more people in here. Must be some other junk going on online. Lots of people live all the time now. It's not a bad thing. It gives us more choices, right? Choices are good. So, and there's a littler one of it. So, ta-da! Okay. And I am going to cut out this camera as well. I want to use it as a head. That just sounds like fun. I will keep my eye out for it, Miss Janie. Thank you. How you doing today? Just cutting off the big pieces. And then we'll go ahead and, paired with the right size body, cameras can make fun heads. You can kind of make your own little robot people. Or you can make creeples. You could cut out the lens area and put an eyeball in there. Or something else. You could put a picture in there, like something out of the Sky and Telescope magazine. Today we're just sort of processing as we go. Thought it might be a fun, we won't do this every time, but it seems like something nice to do every now and then, See the full process of what gets actually cut out. When the doctor got released, oh yay, 95% healed, but still need to, yeah. Hey Christine, how you doing today? Hope you're having a lovely, lovely Tuesday. Okay, I love that. So I'm going to cut that out first, and then I'm going to cut pictures out of the other side of the field of flowers, smaller bits, because you can see we can cut here for a little bit of flowers, and here we'll have, or we could keep that whole thing, just cut this bottom piece off, and you've got kind of could be good in the background of something. And we only need that much right there, just that. I've been trying to do I've been trying to get more small images because I have tons of big stuff, but I found with the serial killer journal, I'm running out of small stuff. So I'm trying to get better at choosing some. See, and that's not a bad scene right there, but I do want to cut this edge off here. That's the edge where I ripped it out of the magazine. And it does have a little fold in it, so. But that's a nice little scene right there. That could definitely go in the serial killer book. Very serene. Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday, Miss Christine. I'm going to go ahead and cut off this end where the words are. There we go. And we can always cut that in part later. That leaves us options. Feeling better and the doctor tomorrow. Okay. You'll have to let us know how that went. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay. Now, I hate to say it because I love the image on this side, but we got the other half of the lake in the other. I think I want to do this image here, but I want to cut this side off. So I think that is an awesome image. And I think that would go super fantastic in the serial killer book. But let's cut the bottom off here. We're actually going to cut it there because there's words on both sides of that corner. So there we go. Love it. Well, hopefully we can keep you distracted this evening. Ooh, you know what? We're going to keep that too, though. Above the words. We do have to cut off this edge here where it's from the magazine. But that's a nice little tree right there that we can use for something. We're definitely fussy cutting that out. Oh, that's a shame there because that is a spectacular image. But I love this lady here, and I think that would be fun to put in a... Oh, that's a hard choice. I'm going to go with the lady. Carla, how you doing? How was the first couple days of your week there? This is where I talked about having to make choices about... See, now we could get a big cocktail and have her kind of dive into the cocktail. We could do any number of things, really. First, we got to get it cut out. He's very muscly. I guess you have to be a diver, though. Not for the faint of heart. Takes skill, dedication, and practice. I am, however, qualified to cut the image out of a magazine, so there's that. I'll look over at the chat in just a second here. I just want to get around her knuckles here. She's got her hands clasped together. I don't want to make it look like I chopped her fingers off. Trying to do a good job. We're going to get a little further into that. Almost there. We don't want to make it look square either. Gotta have those nice rounded edges. Nobody's got square fingers except those people from Minecraft. They have square everything. I could not fold myself in half like this for any reason. This would be bad if I tried to do anything like this, whether I was in the air or not. There we go. Ta-da! And I'll cut those pieces out later with an X-Acto knife. I don't have my fussy cut scissors out here, my little orange ones. Roseanne, how you doing? Okay, it's going back to work, paperwork tomorrow. Nice. So you're going to go fill out some paperwork? You're still at the house? Rebecca's in the house. How you doing, Miss Rebecca? And Roseanne, how you doing? Good to hear it. Glad you're doing good. Good, good, good. Okay. You know we're going to cut out the little elephant. Let's see. This is a male bull elephant. 9 to 13 feet, 9,000 to 13,000 pounds. Tusk weight, 135 pounds. says the ears alone can measure nearly 6 feet high, 4 feet wide, and weigh almost 100 pounds. How would you like your ears to weigh 100 pounds? That's something. Nice to see all of you ladies. Glad to see ya. Glad to see ya. We're fussy cutting out our little elephant. And I have something to show you that Miss Michelle sent me. I think she said it in the live on Friday, but it's always fun to show you guys things. It came yesterday. I went and picked it up after the sun went down. It's still not that hot. It's only I think it's only in the 80s today. I love elephants and their wrinkly skin. And again, we'll cut out the space inside the trunk. I'll get my little yellow scissors later and do that. But I am trying to process as much as I can today. Just for a little something different in our magazine harvest. Usually we just tear through as many magazines as fast as we can. Today I thought it would be fun to process a little bit of it. We'll have to use the little elephant soon though, because I'm worried I'll rip his tusk off if he sticks, I move those piles around quite a bit before they ultimately get sorted into the. There's something kind of, I think maybe it's because they live in pods, in families. It's just something very striking about elephants. She is, right? Carla is amazing. I might be down for the count if it was me. I'm going to go ahead and cut out this camera too. It's a different size and it could be fun as we've got a canoe here. Let's go ahead and cut out the canoe. And then I don't think I want the backpack. Okay. So let's see about over here. I don't want any of the backpacks. That's too much fussy for me. And there's not really, these are all got words and everything. But I am going to keep this Gettysburg, the hallowed ground expert. So there's some books I can look for on sale. Because I don't think this is a new, I already cut out the cover, but these aren't new. So that's a list of books I can look for, photography books, to see. Because sometimes over time the price goes down and sometimes it goes up. So let's go ahead and turn off some of these notifications. They're just coming through like bazonkers. It's crazy. So we're going to cut out this camera because we're going to, ultimately what I'd like to do is use it for a head on a person. I think it's fun to do. So yeah, so I got something to show you guys, and then we didn't go anywhere yesterday or today. They were in the house days. This week, Elle's not feeling like going out much. There we go. Already. Now we got a canoe. A canoe. It's a kayak, actually, I think. Yeah, it's a kayak. go ahead and get that. It's a yellow and white kayak. I don't think I could do any kayaking. Not my jam. Anything that might roll over and put me under the water? No, thank you. I have enough trouble breathing on land, you know? Thank you very much. There we go. Okay. So let's do that. And then yep, we're just going to cut out this. It's a guy hiking. That rock shale can be dangerous to hike on. And it can be sharp on top of that. Get all the way over to the edge. I'm going to make sure we're cutting out a good picture. Okay. Or canoe's upside down. Low on oops. Okay. So we're going to take the picture, and that might wind up in our serial killer journal. It's too bad about the landscape, but you know I'm all about the faces right now. So I'm going to make sure that's all the way over to the edge. Oops. Okay. Oh, so let's see. Let's see if I can tell where I'm at. I'm in season 12, episode 14 of Criminal Minds. I think autocorrect hates all of us, Carla. I don't think it's singling you out. All right. Now, I definitely don't want that. Let's see if there's anything on the other side. There's a little nice picture here. I don't think I've ever... Nevada's Swiss Alps, Ruby Mountain Wilderness, east of Humboldt Wilderness, located 20 miles south of Elko, near the ranching community of Lamoille, approximately 80 miles in length and a dozen miles in width. I have never heard of that. Ruby Mountain. We mostly think of Nevada as being desert, but it does have mountains. Someday I will have a car and I will do more road trips to things that, you know. I love to play tourist in the state I live in, and I don't love Lost Wages enough to... The shows are so expensive. They don't really offer discounts for locals, you know. So they are quite pricey. Especially for my budget. There's a nice desert picture. Look at that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Those are the timeless, you know, what do you think of when you see desert? A tiny tree right down here. It's very nice. I like that. It hates us all. Yes, it does. I am almost 100% certain that it hates every single one of us. Okay, nothing there that I think I need. Burn your photos. We might keep that, though. That's kind of fun. I don't know what we'll use it in, but it's kind of a funny thing, so we'll keep it for now. There we go. Oh, we got a card for our card bucket. We'll win some little ones. We got a camel and a flower. Maybe we'll keep the pictures of the guys. Okay. But here we've got a big waterfall and a tiny man. And that's Washington State. And this is Bridal Veil Falls in Yosemite. Cool. Let's do it. Anybody done anything fun today? Yeah. Lottie, Janie went to the doctor and she gets to go back to work, in case you guys didn't see that above. She was in earlier. I don't know if she's just hanging out now, but she gets to go back to work, so yay. She said her eye is 95% healed. She has to finish her antibiotics and her eye drops. That is promising. I like it. So there's a little waterfall. Now the question is, do we want the... I'm trying to get more pictures of men, because not everybody's going to want a serial killer girls from magazines. So I'm trying to get as many pictures as I can of just regular looking people, you know. Mike went and got pavers yesterday. He brought home 90 huge pavers, like 12 by 12s. And it was in the 90s yesterday. Thankfully, at the hardware store, they helped him load up. So they helped him load it onto the thing to go out to his car, and then they helped him load it in his car. And hello.
Hey.
Jess.
Probably want this about now.
Yeah.
I was outside.
Okay. It's my MO.
Yep.
World famous, leaving my bottle of water out on the porch.
And this is still here.
I know, but I took the other one. That's a new one.
Oh, okay.
The other one was empty.
Okay.
That's 3 bottles from ago.
Oh, okay.
I keep 1 bottle of water on in front of me here. And then I put another one over by the filing cabinet by the door. That way, no matter where I am, I can drink water. Because I'm that lazy. I won't walk across the room to get it. So I usually have 2 out. And I go through a bunch of them a day. So, camel. Then we gotta, I think this might be better for when the images are this small. It's hard to cut them with the trimmer without getting something. Little bitty flower. Creepy looking kid. It's the stare. I feel like he's a little bit creepy. Look at the way his eyes are looking. Probably also because the photo's so dark that the eyes stand out a whole lot. All right, and we'll go ahead and get these guys. They're probably famous photographer people, and I'm going to make them into serial killers or victims. Yay! That sounds like a pretty productive day for laying around, Carla. So he unloaded the papers from the car and took them to the backyard. And then, let's see, what else? He had like this whole string of stuff he did yesterday. He cleaned up the dog poo, because that's a regular thing. He mowed the grass. Cleaned out the fish tank. Els made dinner, though. Els made ribs, and I made macaroni and cheese. And we had corn. So we make sure he got fed, at least. Because one of my biggest beefs about Mike is, God love him, but that man will go all day without eating. And it makes me want to just slap him around a little bit. Yeah, so those papers are not light. He was at least putting them in a wheelbarrow thing. And it's a river. It's the woods reflected in a river. It took me a minute to get there. Oh, we would have to serial killer this guy because he's got a receding hairline and he's wearing his hat backwards. Ugh. I hate that look. I hate it so much. You have no idea. Is that a good reason to serial killer people? Beef ribs and baked potatoes. Nice. And the thing is, we're always running around all day long. Everybody, do you want some food? Can we make you some food? You want some food? Okay, not every day. You know, we're lazy bitches, but I've become the unofficial breakfast wife. I don't make a breakfast every day, but a couple days a week I do. On Sundays is egg sandwich day. He said there were 90 papers in the car, and he said there was maybe a pinky's width. He had to go real slow on the way home. And so he didn't go over any bumps, and because he was in Elsa's car, because hers has a slightly bigger capacity than his Kia Soul. He wants a little pickup truck. He hasn't got there yet. All right, we got another male person for, and then on the surface of mystery. I like that. So we're gonna cut that out and save that. He's building a little patio extension out beyond the pergola. I'll have to do a picture sometime. Yeah, but he was all the way home. He was gone a long time because he had to drive home super slow. And that's another water picture where the water's moving and it's like a sunset. Isn't that beautiful? I like it. I'm sorry, William Neal. You're going to be in a serial killer book. But we're going to give you a different name. We wouldn't serial killer you as is. It hasn't been 60 or 100 years. This was probably 10 years old or so. But that's a nice one. Yes, the infamous Mike. not eating all day long. And I lose track, you know, because I get up late and I go to bed late. And all of a sudden it'll be like 10 o'clock and I'll be like, I'm hungry. And he'll be like, I am too. I haven't eaten all day. And then I just want to slap him a little bit. You're surrounded by food all day and people who are making food. And you're not like, can I have some of that? Silly man. Oh, that's fun. I might fussy cut that out. Let's see what's on the other side. Nope. Taking that for sure. And plus we're going to take all those little bitty ones. Aren't those pretty? Okay, this is a Cedar Breaks Monument in Utah, which is just one state over from us, I think. It's not that far. I was just talking about maybe doing a little trip to Salt Lake. I don't know when she's planning that because I am brokey broke. I'm probably going to have a sale this weekend, a video sale, and then followed up by a small recap on, and it's really, truly going to be a tiny one. It's some jelly prints and a few other things. I got to do some ironing this week and a little bit more sorting. I'm also trying to fill up the store. So over Friday and Saturday, we'll have 2 days of. Ooh, isn't that pretty too? Oh, it's too bad about those. Because I think I want to put that together. Although if we just do that side, then we can have the best of both worlds here. We can get these and those. Oh, choices. That's a fun rock. Lots of nice colors. Okay, let's try cutting this because we want to cut the words off. That's one of the things. We want to cut them as close as we can. And these words up here. And there we go. We got one of those nice, this is probably on the Oregon or Washington coast. Maybe California. Where'd the thingy go? There we go. Pretty. Okay, so let's cut this side off first because we want all of those. So what do we have here? The names of this guy's name is Hardy Truesdale. I love that name. Jack DeKinga and Joe Cornish. That's one of those rocks on the beach with the wavy lines all around it. It's cool. And then we want these two over here. So I'm going to go scissors here and see if I can make this happen. Nope. I'm not going to go scissors because some of the lines, my eyesight's not that great. The light's not so good in here. So we might keep the names just because that could be fun. There's some fun names in here. I like the name Hardy. I don't know why. I'm a weirdo like that. Okay. I'll have to get a name notepad going. Ooh, you know what? Hold the phone for a second here. I have something we can use. Oh, owie. Let me grab a glue stick too. little bit of a stretching. Okay. Yep, I'm doing it. It's happening. The things we do for the serial killer journal. So I have no idea what I'm having for dinner tonight because I think there's 3 ribs left from last night, but ribs are not my favorite, so maybe for somebody else. Probably wind up eating a sandwich or something. Oh, we got a little bit of black there. Let's go ahead and cut that off. Last name for this is where we're going to just wind up with weird shit glued into a book. This is my little lime green spiral notebook from Daiso. Already found a use for it. Notes on the go. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the lid on that glue stick so it doesn't get weird. And there's a little bit of black left over here. There we go. Hey, Tina, how you doing? You're casually lurking in the background. Lurk all you want, lady. We love our lurkers. But welcome all the same. We're glad to have you. Hope you are doing well. Having a great week. That's a little bit bigger picture of one of those 2 on the other that we cut out the small ones for. Oh, but they both are actually. Oh, didn't get that very well. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut that out. And there's a little bit left on the side here that we'll cut away. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. We almost lost a cute little picture over there. It was on the back of something else, and I didn't look at the other side. But there's a nice little bit of flowers from earlier. Sweet. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the thumbs up. All thumbs up are awesome. Glad to have it. Okay, I'm going to keep that as the sun. Oh, I don't know. They're both good. I love the rock, but I'm honestly probably going to get it more use. So I'll keep this one whole for use in a larger glue book, just the pretty things. And I'll cut this one. We'll cut the words off it, and it can be used in a different book. Because it's separate. They're beautiful pictures. So those we will definitely keep. Woohoo, thumbs up. Yay. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Oh, we got to have that for the serial killer book, right? And that's Hardy Truesdale. I'm going to cut the word landscape off there. And then we're going to cut this edge off because that's the part that was in the magazine. That will definitely be for our serial killer book. Probably our next one, the larger one, the ring-bound one we're going to make. Oh, there's some gorgeous pictures. But look at that. How beautiful that is. I can't help myself. I'm keeping it. Hopefully at some point we'll get another copy. Sometimes we get lucky like that. Okay. And that is also beautiful. Oh boy. I have to keep that side with the river and that's probably a little waterfall right there. But we do have to take this bottom part off. And the side. Anybody have plans this weekend coming up? I know it's a far away. Ooh, far away. So if you're turning your paperwork, Carla, do you get to go back to work right away? Does it take a couple of days? Ooh, it's definitely this side. So that is, I want to make sure I'm looking. Let's see. Does it tell me? Let's see. Previous spread. Artist Point on Lake Superior. Opposite page, top and bottom. Okay, so this is over a Minnesota forest. Look at that. Minnesota made it into the book. And this is St. Louis River. J. Cook State Park in Minnesota. So these are both from Minnesota. Ta-da! We got Minnesota pictures today. Look at us. It's a gamble on how quick they process it. So maybe by the end of the week. I don't know how excited you are to go back. I always was just because I needed the money, but you know. Crazy stuff. So this is just a forest, the shadows on the trees and stuff, and that's a really cool photo. I love that. So let's see if we're going to keep any more of Richard Hamilton Smith's pictures. Probably. Oh, and here's our pictures of there's Jack DeKinga, Joe Cornish, Hardy Truesdale, and Richard Hamilton Smith. But I would rather have these two small pictures over here. And that is a view from Mount Sophie Tower, Swamp and Speckled Trout Lake, Minnesota. And the left is the Codance River in Minnesota. So he's from Minnesota. This Richard Hamilton Smith guy, he's a Minnesota photographer. Very nice. But we're definitely gonna save these two pictures here. You know I love me some landscapes and stuff. Let's see. Okay. Well, and no mosquitoes in them. It's 2 hours and 21 minutes away. Nice. That's a long walk, though. What you drive it is always a longer walk. I wish you could get everywhere on a bicycle. The tougher that's a backpack and a shark's mouth. Well, and this side of the picture is not so great. So I think we're going to take the backpack and the shark's mouth. We can maybe fit something else in there. Maybe we can cut that part out. or just put something else there, you know. Yay, a shark. Okay. Okay, now this is beautiful, but I really like with this tree here. So we're going to cut the letters off, and I'm going to use the letters too, because those are nice and spaced out for a ransom lettering. But other than cutting the side that came out of the magazine off, just a little bit, I'm going to leave it just like that. I love it with the trees like this, you know, all the twisty bendy stuff. Love that stuff. Okay, so let's grab us some scissors and cut out some letters. Oh, we got it a little crooked. There we go. Just cutting out letters, because someday we're going to do something creepy with them. Okay. And which one of these actually? There's the eye. Okay. The rest of that's trash. All right. I love this. Now that's the other half of that photo. So we got cut the edge off because that's the part that came out of the magazine. And later we may wind up cutting some of this off to make it fit somewhere, but right now I'm going to keep it whole because that is a lovely picture. Okay, then we've got all these flowers, and let's see what's on the back there. One of these days we're going to have to whip these out and make some art cards out of that. Let's see. Oh, see, this is where we have to make choices. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything left after we cut this out. Because I got to have the tree. You know how I feel about my trees. But we need to cut the, I think we'll cut the number 1 off the bottom, though. Okay. We'll just cut that right off here at the bottom. Let's see. Clear silhouette. Dusk and dawn can showcase the most vivid colors. Find a good foreground before the color reaches its peak. Strong, simple shapes are best. Look for easily recognizable shapes like trees and graceful curves or of a balanced rock. Avoid confusing elements that converge. You want the foreground to pop out by the strength of its shapes. Okay. So we learned a little something about photography. We're probably going to take that number 10 too, you know. Unless we wind up with flowers. We're going to have to see. We shall see. We shall see. That is a beautiful picture. And we still get flowers. So we're going to take this side with the lake and the island in the background of the lake. And then the mountains in the background. You still get to enjoy some of those lovely yellow flowers. Okay, so we have to decide here. Oh, look at that. The moon is right there. This is probably going to be our page, but let's see. Oh, again, it's a lake with the grasses and the mountains reflected. But I think this side is better. Embrace stormy weather. Include the sun and the moon. Aim for the stars. Okay, so we're going to do this one. And we'll try and cut the numbers off the images as we trim. Pretty, pretty. That's not going to be far enough down. There we go. That's better. And then we want to cut the number 6 off here. But first we need to cut the edge off. So that's cool. Now I've got a little bit of Minnesota photography. Yay. And Carla, if you saw anything in there that you might be interested in having, any of those pictures, you let me know. Because it's of places where you live. I think we're getting some fun new stuff for the Serial Killer Journal. Plus, I'll add some of these landscapes and stuff into the little, then that's the other thing I'm working on. Those plastic accordion folders that I showed you from Daiso that I'm filling up with images. Those should be available in this weekend's mini sale if I get it right. So it'll be good for if you want it for the serial killer project, or if you just like little images, you know, if you work on a smaller scale. Okay, and here we've got a couple more. So we're definitely going to take these. Definitely. That's awesome. The moon at the peak of those clouds. I wonder how long they had to spend with that, you know, to get that lined up just so. Yeah. Oh, were you trying to sneak up on me?
No.
Yes, you were. Look at your little pouty face. Say hello to the ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Janice, hello. Janice has joined us. Yay, Janice. Hope you're doing well.
Pepper and I are running away.
Okay. Goodbye.
We're doing getcha.
Okay.
We're gonna go get us.
Okay. Have fun. Enjoy. You have to, shoes is good. Shoes is definitely good. I knew that's what was happening. Okay. So these are some nice, love it when they include sky elements, you know, clouds, the moon. I love stuff with the moon in it. Gonna be a wonky week. Well, seems like that's a lot of weeks lately, doesn't it? Okay, these ones have all kinds of, because it's got advice about what to do. These have, can't get the pictures because there's too much. All right. I'm going to get this little picture down here. It's of 2 lightning strikes. Okay. Ooh, we're home alone. Sandy and I are home alone. For like maybe half an hour. Depending on where they're going. We were supposed to have breaded pork chops. But else didn't feel like it. So it's kitchen night. Okay, so we've got a couple of things going on here. Oh boy, and we're just going to keep tearing. Because we're going to have choices to make, guys. Choices. Let's see. And there's not really anything there that I'd like to have, so we'll get rid of that page. But this, we've got choices, choices. Okay. So I think I'm going to take these images because we have, part of these images here. I love the whole thing, but I'm glad we're getting the waterfall and we're getting, not as big a piece, but this is nice too. So, and then let's see over here what we want to do. Okay. I think I'm going to go with this one and this one. I love the low level where it's for from the ground perspective. So that's what we're going to do. So let's make it happen. Oh, we didn't quite get all the black off there. Let's go ahead and trim the rest of that off there. This is it's the vest of outdoor photography. I don't remember for what year. Sorry. So it had some film images, some digital. It had some handy tips. So it was the best of a particular year's photography for the magazine. And so there's lots of great images in this one. So I would definitely look at subscribing to this one if you're, they're not all going to be best ofs, but in general, they do have good images. We're going to get the T off this page. So let's get the side off here. Got some good pictures in this one, I gotta say. We got very lucky. One time I got a best of black and white photography. Oh, it was good. I'm not really sure what we're looking at here. Oh, okay. So if this doesn't grow on me, we have the other side as an option here. Put the wrong side up. All right. And that's another little waterfall area. Very green. And we're going to stick with this side. The other side has a nice one here, but I'm kind of, I want this picture, so. Let's go ahead and cut these apart this way. Also, the best of ones usually have more photography than the other ones. And there's still a tiny little bit on this side that's black. Let's see if we can't get that off there. There we go. Not bad. Oh, lighthouse and a little flower picture with the sun in the background. I didn't used to care for lighthouses much, but they've been growing on me lately. So let's see. Okay. I think I still flubbed it a little bit. Okay. There. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. Okay. And we don't need that. We've got a nice lighthouse right here. They are. I didn't used to think so, but they're really growing on me lately. Well, that's a cutoff of something, but that's kind of interesting looking, so we'll keep that a little bit too. Probably for scraps of joy. Hold on, I've got a whole bunch of scraps piled up on my keyboard. I just kept throwing them up there. Okay, there's a nice one here if there's not something on the other side. So let's see, let's take this one. And then we got the two cute polar bears, which probably go in scraps of joy. Let's see. Got a little face right here. Also probably for scraps of joy. And we've got this lady over here. Okay, and then let's see if we can get, there's like a little guy in a fishing junk here. We'll see if we can get all those. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and leave the words since this image is so tiny and hope that I can layer it up with other things because I don't want to lose the shadow of him. That's part of the fun of the picture. I'll see if I can hold it up in a second here and let you guys see. Make sure we're live so I can see what you're seeing. So, all right. We got some little polar bears here. Those will be totally cute and scraps of joy. Loving it. There we go. And that's like a indigenous people's picture. I think this one will be good for scraps of joy too. There we go. And this is a, looks like a road, like a rural road lined with telephone lines. Even those are probably going to be going the way of the dodo bird, but there's that. And let's go ahead and scrape all these off into my hand. Into the trash. Solution to the trash can. Okay. I don't think I really care if I get either of those. So let's see. We're getting near the end of the magazine here. So we're starting to see more ads. We'll take the little tropical folder down here. That'll be a nice one to have. Either for Scraps of Joy or for the summer. You know, or if we start like a tropical island kind of glue book or something like that, you know. I like the idea in my head of a tropical island getaway, but I always think of how humid those places are, you know. So I think I got 2 pages here on accident. I did. Luckily, nothing there that I really need. Okay. But we do have some garbage here, though. Okay, do we want that? It's kind of generic. Let's see. Oh, we could keep it, I suppose. So this one is called Outdoor Photographer. And there's just a nice generic doodah. Doodah, doodah. Okay. And then we've hit advertising. But there should be some photos coming up. Okay, I don't really care for that. So I think what we'll do is we'll clear that. And we'll keep that for Scraps of Joy. The same with this one. I like it, but because of the camera thing, we'd have to cut out a huge bit of the... So Scraps of Joy it is. And here's all the camera advertising. Oh, there's another one of those. Oops, we got 2 here. Neither one of them. Okay. Oops, I did something. Okay. You never know. I like to go through every page. Oh, there's one. Oh, Bunyan's Burger. And that. Okay, let me cut the spine off this. Because we definitely gotta... I think that's going to come away as nicely as I'd like it to. And then we'll just cut it here at the top of the words. And that's a nice one. And this is, let's see. This is in northern Arizona, in Coyote Buttes. Legend has it that that noteworthy giant Paul Bunyan, in the confusion of a powerful sandstorm, dropped his sandwich in Coyote Buttes. Petrification ensued, leaving behind the curious rock formation. So that's a little... That's just fun. Let's go ahead and keep that. Or maybe we should put it in Scraps of Joy. Let's save that for Scraps of Joy. That seems like a very fun thing to put in Scraps of Joy. You want the words keep shooting. You think we should keep those? Let's see if we can get them cut out nice. There we go. I'm going to cut the period off though. There we go. Got it. Okay. So this will all go in the recycle. Put that in the recycle pile. All right, let's have a look. So we've been on for an hour and a half, and I think that's good for a Tuesday. We don't want to keep you guys too late, but let's pull over our images. We didn't wind up with very much for Scraps of Joy. We only got 2 or 3. These 2 and then the big one. So let's go ahead and put those up there. But we've got lots of... So these are our larger images that we got. Let's pick something full size for the back. We got definitely a few things that we'll use in the serial killer. And then we got all of these small images also. And I have got to go find me some food. All right. And we did get actually a few things Fussy cut out near the beginning. We did this lady. There's a canoe in here somewhere. And we got a couple of cameras. And we got a ton of little tiny photos. So look at that. Yes, I would like to get rid of all the periods, Janice. All right, so that's going to be it for tonight. Next time we'll work on these 2. We got a bazaar and this guy in telescope. We may actually do this again tomorrow. And then do rollatini on Thursday. We'll see. I'd hope to get more than one done, but I knew I wanted to process it a little bit more so I could get it put away. But that's a good harvest out of one magazine. We got most of the magazine, honestly, had stuff cut off of it. There's a little bit of a pile in my trash can of the little bits, but this is all that's going to the recycle. So out of this magazine, we used most of it. And I am happy for us. Yay, us. So, however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Remember, I will be on live tomorrow, 8:15 p.m. my time. That's 9:15, 10:15, and 11:15 across the country. So we'll either be doing rollatini or another magazine harvest tonight. Oh, awesome, Carla. Good night, Roseanne. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere. Good night, Rebecca. I wish you the happiest of crafting. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. Good night, Janice. Bye. Good night, Christine. And that's going to be the end for us. Good night, Tina, if you're still in here. And I think that's and Janie, if you fell asleep on us. But I do think that's everybody. And to our lurkers, welcome and goodbye. And thank you for everything. The end.